Hey, what's going on YouTube? Gary Southern Boys Vapes here. Sorry about the bronchitis, going to bear with me a little bit. Lost a good friend, best friend actually, call him a brother from another mother. Died a couple days ago. I guess the bronchitis comes from all the snotting and sniffling and crying like a little baby. But anyway, we're back at it. Rest in peace, Justin Williams. Love you, brother. What we're going to go over here today, CLT's Infinite. Or Infinite CLT version 3, my bad. Welcome back, Gary Southern Boy Vape here. Like I said, we're going to go over this Infinite CLT version 3. Right now I got it sitting on top of this Segele 150. Just got it sitting here for a minute, got it sitting on something, so I'll take this thing apart and show it to you. Show you all the little stuff about it. The 500 million pieces of stuff that it comes with. My first instincts on it, it's a good looking piece. It's not as big and bulky as the version 2 Plus. It's a little bit shorter. It don't have all the air or the heat sinks on the top and the bottom. It's got a little bit on the bottom, one on the top. Right now the setup I got on it is the wide bore adapter. It comes with 510 adapter and a 510 drip tip. We'll get into that. First thing we'll take apart, what I'll start with is the airflow control and mouthpiece. You see that? So you can turn that bad boy. I'll show you when we get back together. You can turn it this way or this way. Different types of airflow control to shutting off the 3 cyclops on each side in different manner. Like when you pop that thing on there, you turn it this way. See the top one's closing. Get a little closer. That middle one will start to close a little bit. And then that bottom will start to close a little bit. Oh, my whole device is turning here. Pop out, or you turn it back the other way. And they open up. Watch this. You gradually close off all 3 of them at the same time. See what I'm talking about there? So that's pretty nifty that you can do that. Like say right there, oh, the bottom was open, that one's wide open. Close them off. I'd say that airflow goes both directions. That's pretty damn sporty if you ask me. Let's take a look at that airflow ring on it. 3 huge cyclopses. 3 huge cyclops. Airflow, airflow, airflow. Way lots of airflow. The deck on it, pretty good deck. I like how tall the posts are. They're not as tall as what they are on the V2 Plus, but still fine. You got plenty of room. I ain't even got these bent all the way up yet. That's my old Tiger wire build on it. If you look on it, got a pretty decent juice well. Nothing huge, nothing to brag home about, but it's still pretty good. The O-rings on it, nice and solid. When I first got it, it was very, very sticky. It didn't move too much. It was hard. Actually, it was actually hard to take apart and turn and do all that kind of good stuff with. But after you juiced on it, put a little juice on it, did some vaping on it, it adjusts pretty. It actually adjusts so much you pretty much got to hold this outer airflow ring. When you adjust your airflow adjustment tab or top cap on it, it'll spin on you. The base won't turn, but you'll spin, won't get lined up with your coils too much. But let's take a look at this stuff up here up top right now. Like I said, I got this big bore tip that comes with it. Oops, didn't mean to do that. It comes off. And you see you got your couple little O-rings right there. And if you look in there too, see that little Delrin piece right there? It's got like a See a little notch right there, and see a little notch right there, and don't mind the fingers, I can kind of mutilate them. I just kind of stuck my thumbnail down in there, and it comes out. You can see way down in there. What else you have in this little box? Is your 510 adapter. And it will screw the same way that big wide bore Delrin adapter came out of there. It screws right into the top. I found it easier. Comes with this pretty good looking little drip tip. I like it. It's a wide bore, and it gradually smooths back out. It don't have that flat little belly in it, you know, that juice sits in it that we all hate, at least I hate so much. I find if you put the 510 in it and screw it down, it kind of screws in better. So now you got your 510 adapter on there. So it's cool. If you don't like the looks of that, hell, throw that wide bore right on top of it. Looks halfway decent like that, don't it? Or it comes with something else too. Why? I don't know, but it does. This is also, it's a Pyrex or glass, I do believe. Wide bore drip tip. You slide it on right there. It goes around the outside. You can use that as your drip tip if you wanted to. With that out of there, and now I guess that just keeps you from getting your mouth on those O-rings, but I don't really care too much for the looks of that. It fits, I guess. I mean, to each his own, but I don't really like the looks how you can see those O-rings up in there, so I don't ever really look at that, mess with that piece. Comes with one of the cool little screwdrivers, I guess. You know, the two-piece, got Phillips on one head, flat on the other side. Several O-rings. An Allen wrench. You see some grub screws down in there. Yeah, that's right. This is an authentic, and it comes with all of that mess. I'm gonna put this this wide bore adapter back in here. You don't have to vape with this in there, but I suggest doing it. It creates a little bit of extra, I guess, roof on the top of the airflow controller, increasing the flavor a little bit. But if you're like looking in there for a cloud chasing competition or something like that, just leave that bad boy out, and then you got even all the airflow you can possibly handle in there. Anyway, while I'm putting this back together, when I showed it to you, I had my coils in there. I'm gonna step out here to the side for a second, put some wick in it, put some you know, my special that I've mentioned a couple times, my special ancient Chinese secret organic cotton, or organic cotton, my own wicky material. We'll get this bad boy wicked up and do some vaping. Alright, here we are. I got this bad boy all wicked up. Looking pretty good. Let's put some juice on it. The juice I'm putting out on it is from a local shop out here in Lexington, Tennessee. Smoke Butcher's Vapor Shop. Made for me about a week or so ago. They're lemon meringue. I'm loving it. Some good stuff. Been getting it for a little while. But once again, let's talk about this cotton as I'm wicking it here. Let's just drop. Well, you notice these are really big drops here. This ain't just no little bitty dropping tank. Each one of these is probably about equal to 4 drops out of a regular little juice container you're using. She's full. Let me clean this wick up a little bit. Now I got some juice on it. I like my stuff nice and neat and tucked in all the right places. All right, now we're ready. Got it all put back together. I've only got her sitting at 65 watts right now, and she's wide the hell open. Let's see what she vapes like. Gotta have some lungs on that bad boy. It's a lot of airflow. I'm sure you hear it. I'm gonna turn her up some because I'm running the 0.24 coil here. $90 watts, full, wide open. That's better. With this thing with a lot of airflow, I don't suggest running on a mechanical mod. I don't think it's got enough power for it unless you're stacking batteries or something crazy like that. You need a regulated mod where you can go up above 4.5, you know, up above a normal voltage level of your batteries. But my personal preference on this thing, like I showed you before, I like it turning it the other way where all of them get shut down a little bit, about halfway, and I turn it down to about 80 watts, sitting at 4.3 volts. That's my comfort spot. Nice vapor. Believe it or not, good flavor with all that damn airflow. I mean, is it fantastic flavor? No. Could there be more? Of course. But is the flavor good? It is good. Chucking some clouds, baby. Chucking some clouds. It's a good little device. Good RDA, man. Let's talk about what I like about it, what I don't like about it. What I do like about it, the looks of it, looks good. Sits good on here. Fires on just about everything I put it on. Airflow's fine. Personally, I think there's too much airflow. You open that thing up, you can't do no 7-second hit like these guys do in these big old vape competitions. At least I can't. I ain't got that kind of lung capacity. Really ain't got much negatives on it. I guess I got more negatives. I take that back. I got more negatives on it than I got positive, but the positives are good. Negatives on it. The center post, it's got the same issue that the CLT the version 2 Plus had. The center post, if you're tightening it down on something that does not have an adjustable or spring-loaded pin, when you tighten it down on it, if you start to over-tighten it, you think you're tightening on there, and you don't realize it. That screw in the bottom, your 510 contact screw on this thing, which is copper, which is good. When you tighten it down, and your 510 pin inside your atomizer, or your mod, I mean, if it's not spring loaded and you go to tighten it down, without you knowing it, when you look down, next time we go and do some adjusting, your center post is sticking up. It pushes the center post out. You gotta be aware of that. You go to, especially if you're running on like a hybrid or something like that, you go to hit that button and you're hitting that battery and it's pushing that pin up in there. I don't suggest putting it on a hybrid. And this is an authentic. When you go to tighten down the center screw, first time I did it, I noticed my center post started spinning. My suggestion is the little Allen wrench that comes with it, because it comes, the Phillips screws are in it. It comes with grub screws too. But what I suggest is taking that center screw out, put you an Allen wrench through that hole of your center post, and hold it in place and tighten that bottom contact screw. Tighten it down. And once you tighten that down, that thing ain't gonna move no more. It'll still push out if you put it on a, like say my Manhattan or whatnot. I was tightening it down on my Manhattan. You know, it's got the Manhattan. You got the adjustable or the replaceable 510 copper pins in it. I had it up a little longer from a different device, and I'm sitting there tightening. I was like, man, what the heck? Still got a gap, but it's still going. And then I realized my post is sticking up. I did the same thing when I was putting this new coil build on it, on my ohms reader. It just kept tightening and tightening and tightening and tightening. And go to do the build, go to tighten down my screws, and the thing's spinning everywhere. Pull it back out. I noticed the post is out. The positive pin, the adjustable little contact screw down there, was pushed up inside of the negative 510 thread. Let's vape while we're yapping. But those little things out of the way, are they negatives? Yes, they are negatives. But for what I just told you, it's something you ain't got to worry about if you watch the video and you pay attention to that when you're doing your builds. Other than that, it's a good device. I do like it a lot. The CLT version 2 Plus was one of my favorites. It does have a little bit more flavor in this one than this one does, but when you shut this bad boy down, like what I got it about right there, it's got good flavor, man. And still push out a good cloud. Anyway, appreciate you stopping by. Hope you like it. Comment below. Subscribe. And to you, my brother, Justin Williams, rest in peace, man. Rednecks Vape Too.